What is up, YouTube? Back here for another video on something different than I'm going to be doing for the first time. So, recently I've been getting into the Hot Wheels again. So, as everyone knows, I have an 04 Mystichrome Cobra. So, I wanted to make a custom Mystichrome Cobra Hot Wheels, as I have not seen any of them around online. And I know the 1/18 scale Diecast ones are pretty popular. So, I purchased a few different style of the 03 Cobras. I have a couple of the 50th year ones, as well as a few more coming in the mail. This one, and a couple different older cards from, I believe, 99 and 2000. So I'm going to go over the whole process of how I turn one of these into a custom 04, 03 style Mystichrome Cobra. And all that's going to be involved with it. I'm going to keep a couple for myself, and then the rest of them are going to go up for sale. So, like I said, you're going to start off with the Cobra card of your choice. I tend to like these, but it's neat to have some of the old school blue cards as well. So, a few Cobras to use, and then I picked up these custom auto muscle car ones, and I'm going to take these apart just to use the wheels. So, as you can see on these, the wheels that they selected really don't work. You can see they're supposed to have 5-spoke chromes. For whatever reason, they put gray wheels on it. This one has old school style razors, and these ones are actually good. They're just a little bit smaller. So, I purchased a bunch of these, and we're going to drill these apart, take off the wheels, which you can see it's an oversized rear and a little bit smaller front, and I think that'll really fit the Cobra well. So we're going to take these apart, take all the wheels off of here. We're going to open up all these containers, take all of them apart, and we're going to go through the whole process of stripping it, painting it, and reassembly. So stay tuned. So first step, we're going to take apart all the custom autos, drill them all apart, and take all the wheels out and set those aside. Alright, so now that we have all the wheels out and them set aside, the next step is we're going to start opening up the Cobra packages. So how I recommend doing it is get yourself some 100% acetone nail polish remover from your local dollar store. Grab yourself a paintbrush, and we are going to paint on the acetone on the left side, the right side, and the bottom. You can leave the top, this way it'll act as a hinge, and you don't have to worry about damaging the color up here. Alright, so now that we have all of the colors out, we're going to drill them open, take them all apart, so that we can start stripping out the paint and replace the wheels while everything is being stripped. So, in order to take them apart without damaging them, I recommend using a small drill bit to create a pilot hole, a 1/16. So you're going to drill this through here, and drill this through to create a pilot hole. Then, you're going to come around with a bigger bit right here, which is about a 1/8. And this will go here and drill out the whole thing so that you can separate the base from the car here and take out the interior, and then we'll get the wheels off. So let's get to it. Alright, so now that we have all the Cobras apart, this one is good. It's already got the 5 spokes, so we're going to set that one aside. We have these 3 left here. What we're going to do is we're going to take a file here, like I had done on this one, and this is going to get painted black, don't worry, but the oversized wheels that we took off of the auto, which we have here, will not snap in because they're a little bit too big, so the inner hub is hitting on this piece here. So we're going to file this down so that it will snap and fit. It's a tight fit for sure, but this way it allows them to actually snap into place so that it can keep the car functional. So Alright, so now that we got the nice wheels put in and all of the undercarriages filed down, we're going to take the red ones down and we're going to paint them black. And then these are going to get put aside, and we're going to start the paint stripping process on the body of the car. So let's get to it. All right, so we got the bodies set up, getting ready to strip them. I had tried using the Citrus Strip gel, and unfortunately it did not work for me on a test car that I had, so I recommend getting the Rust-Oleum Aircraft Remover. It seems to work the best. It does give off a little bit more of a smell, but it works quicker and substantially better than the Citrus Strip and some of the other ones that I've researched. So you can see in just the 5 minutes it took me to put the stripper on the other few cars, how much this one is bubbled up already. So it is definitely a lot better than some of the other ones that are out there on the market. So Rust-Oleum Aircraft Remover, I definitely think is the way to go. So we'll let this sit now for 25-30 minutes. We'll come back down here with a brush, run it under some water, and hopefully they will be all good to go and ready for paint. Alright, so we got all of the paint off. You can see the car is fully stripped. Now we are going to get the primer on. We're going to start with the undercarriage first, do the primer on there, and then once that dries, we'll flip them over and we'll start painting the top. Alright, so now that we have all of the paint stripped and they were cleaned off with mineral spirits and some soap and water, I brought them out here and now we have primed the belly on the car. So I just set them up 4 across. We primed the belly with the matte black, and now we're going to flip them over and we're going to start priming the top of the car. Now that we have a couple of coats of primer and it's all nice and smooth, we're going to start with the Mystichrome paint. All right, now that the paint is all done, we are going to head over to clear coat, and we're gonna get all this clear coat on. All right, so here we have it. We are all done. So I'm gonna give this a few hours to cure before I put the car back together. But as you can see, she is nice and shiny, flaky, and a true Mystichrome color. So let's put it back together and see how it looks. Alright guys, now that these are all painted and cured, next up we're going to get to the assembly. So we have the base here, they already have their wheels in it. We're going to grab our interior, our windshield, and our body, and we're going to mate them all up. I use this Gorilla Super Glue Gel. We're going to put a couple dabs in there, get the cars all back together, and then we'll let them cure. And once they're all done, we'll put them back in the package. Alright, so once we have the car all put back together and it's fully dried and cured, we're going to put it back here in the package. So just going to lift up here, a little tension as possible. We're going to sneak it in there. You see it sits there just like so. And then we're going to apply some glue all around the edge, keep pressure on it, and she'll be all good to go. Alright, and there you have it. We have the finished product from start to finish on how to make a custom Mystichrome Cobra Hot Wheels, or pretty much any custom Hot Wheels for that matter. You only need a very little bit of adhesive. I actually even used a little bit too much, which is why I went around with a toothpick and got some of the excess out. So that is the finished product. And if you're interested in one, let me know. I'm going to have a few of them for sale. So I hope you guys like this, and let me know what you think.